Today we're going to put together the Rumi 2 manipulator from CopperSurgical, following their handy guide. So first thing you want to do is sound your uterus to measure its length, to choose the correct obturator tip. There's different sizes going from very short at 3.75 centimeters all the way to 12 centimeters, and they're organized by color. The difference between the white 6.7 length and the purple, both of these are 6. The difference is the purple is a thinner diameter for a stenotic os versus the white's diameter, which is 6.7. Both of these are 6s. The purple is a thinner diameter than the white. So once you figure out which size you would like to use, the important things are also choose the tip that is just below the length of the uterus. For example, if it measures a 9, you want to choose an 8. And choosing the right length reduces the risk of uterine perforation. So next, we're going to place the tip on our handle. This is our Rumi handle. And for demonstration purposes, we are just going to use the yellow tip. And they label it very nicely and tell you what color you need. So what you're going to do is you're going to insert the pin in between these 2 points on the tip, and you kind of have to work it in there really good, and then twist it a half twist to get it in there tightly. And then you have 2 tubes. The clear tube is for chromotubation, and the white tube is to inflate the balloon in the cervix. You're going to thread those tubes on either side of the Rumi 2. And that's done. Next, you're going to measure your cervical size using the cervical sizer. As you can see, there are numbers towards the handle, and it'll tell you which size cup you need, which size cup. So, as it says on here, gently insert it, closed, and then just open it to the cervical size. And also what it says, do not clamp down because it'll say a smaller size than what you need. Once you have your correct size, you are ready to put together your manipulator. Okay, to put it together, you're going to start with your cup bent. You're going to line up your white arrow with the center to the black arrow. Might be a little bit, you might have to do a little wiggle to get it in there. So once they're lined up, you're going to push the phalanges up so they click into place. And you can tell that they're clicked into place when you push by the white ends, they're going to overlap on the metal. They're closed. Then you're going to push it all the way down to the bottom. Next, once you insert your manipulator, you are going to, it says that you're going to dilate to a size 8. So dilate to a size 8, advance the tip into the cervical canal, inflate the balloon, the tip's balloon with 3 to 5 cc's. So by this point, you have a lot of tubes hanging out. You're gonna use this tube, the one that says tip balloon. You're gonna connect your syringe. You can fill it with fluid or air. You're gonna put that into the balloon. And once you're done, clamp it off. Take off your syringe. All right, after that, it just says manually and visually check to ensure the cervix is completely seated within the coefficient cup, this cup. One thing that we forgot is we are going to just gently push the cup to sit around the cervix. And that part is after you inflate the balloon. Next, this talks about how to change the angles of your manipulator. There is a black button on the handle. Once you push that black button, you can antevert or retrovert. And it'll click when it's in the center. When you're ready to do a colpotomy for a hysterectomy, what you're going to do is we're going to inflate the colpo-occluder. This sits outside of the cervix. You can inflate it with up to 50 cc's of normal saline or fluid or air. And we're going to do that now. And this provides a seal. All right, once it's sealed, once it's fully inflated, you can lock it, take off your syringe. And that is that. So then you'll do your colpotomy, and then we're gonna take this all apart. We're gonna deflate our balloons. Oh my. And take it apart. So it says to gently push down and away from the manipulator. Might get stuck on a tube, and that's okay. You can just kind of guide the tube back to where it needs to be and try again. There it goes. Pull it back down first and then try again. Sometimes they get a little extra caught. There it is. And then you can just slide it right off. Take your tubes off. And then twist it off. And that is how you put together and take apart the Rumi 2 uterine manipulator. Thanks.